Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
Oh, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to call your life coach, 1-800-252-1025, or we'll take your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach, brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's talk to Mac at Joint Base Lewis McCord. Good morning, Mac.
Good morning.
How are you, man?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm well. Are you a serviceman?
I am.
I just want to take an opportunity to thank you very much for serving your country.
Thank you very much.
You're well. Thank you. Okay, back to you. All right, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I got a question. I've been addicted, I guess, to opiates for the past 6 years.
Right.
And it all started when I hurt myself 6 years ago on deployment, got back, and it's just been an on and off struggle for the last, 6 years.
No, I was going to ask you what kind of opiates you're doing, but I'm thinking now that it's an injury. Is it Oxycontin?
Yes.
All right. God, I'm good. All right. So here, man, I got some answers for you. This is not, well, I'm going to say it's not that tough for me because I'm not going through it. Have you heard of the two medications? There's one called Suboxone. Do you know Suboxone?
I have. I've actually taken them before.
What'd you think?
It worked great for a year and a half. I mean, I got off that stuff too, and I was good for 6 months, and then it was just, all over again, relapse and everything.
Well, there's a couple reasons for that, and I mean no offense by this, but one of the reasons for that is you're a junkie. Are you aware of that? You've made yourself into a junkie with these medicines.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. Here's what I want you to do, because the other one is Subutex. Do you know Subutex?
I do not. Never heard of it.
It's another one. It's in this very same family. I'll tell you when I say things about Call the Life Coach right now, I've been through everything. Well, it's something interesting about the show. If I haven't been through it, Will has. Will, you take one of these medications, do you not, or did?
Yeah, I was taking Subutex for a stretch there.
Now, I don't know Subutex. I know Suboxone. What happened when you took it?
When I was taking the Suboxone, there's the opiate blocker in the Suboxone.
Right.
And it would, for some reason, it was giving me headaches.
Giving you headaches.
And the Subutex, which is the same thing without the I think it's called naltrexone or something. And
boy, we know our drugs on this show.
Yeah.
Between us and Mac, we got it covered on this.
Yeah, it was a little bit easier on my body to take the Subutex.
Here's the best advice I can give you, Mac, because I truly do care about you, and that is stay with your doctor. Because if you got off it for 6 months, a year, and then went back on it, it's the disease of addiction. If you ask Dr. Drew, it's the pleasure zone of your brain, the receptors of your brain, and you're not being able to stay clear of it. But if you can get clear for 6 months or a year, you can get clear forever. So I want you to go to your doctor, talk to him about drugs that you can take and pharmaceuticals that you can take to block the opiates. That's how I got sober on alcohol. I still take these pills to this very day. And then, are you in a program of any kind?
I am not. I switched posts, so it just started all over again once I switched posts, and it's really, I let myself backslide instead of staying with the program and telling my new doctor like what I was doing and everything. I just, I backslid on it.
Right, and you didn't work in things like this, because I'll tell you, when I really settled down to try and get sober, and I found that AA, along with the medicine I take, was helping, they have AA meetings. I found them in a cruise ship. An AA meeting. So they're everywhere. Whether you just moved or not, you just go to the central office. You're probably looking for NA, Narcotics Anonymous. So between the pills that your doctor can give you and obviously us, and the work and of going to a program, I believe you're going to be able to get off it. And if you try and if you care, and it sounds like you do, I'd love to hear back from you in 6 months and tell me how you're doing, buddy. And we appreciate everything about you there, Mac. Thank you for the call.
This is Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. He is solving your problems one phone call at a time.
Man, we sound smart, huh? We gave up 5 or 6 different chemical substances right there.
Well, and sound advice.
Sound advice, absolutely sound advice.
That's up to his doctor. Valerie in Tacoma, you're on with Danny Bonaduce.
Hey, Valerie.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I have a question. I have been planning on putting a video on YouTube that's a kind of a rant.
Right.
And some people could consider some of the things I want to say as inflammatory. And I'm worried a little bit about whether what I want to say would be considered slanderous.
Well, are you going to name? Are you going to name anybody by name?
There's a particular network that has shown a TV show that I think is a critical point, and that's one of the reasons I got so upset.
You want to yell about a TV show?
About the network, and yes, and the TV show.
So we work for CBS, so I'll cover that one. You work for you want to rant against CBS and say it's all stupid and they suck and it's all lies. And would that be is it slander? Yeah, I think it would be slander. What do you say that they're lying and giving misinformation?
No. no, I want to say that what my plan is to say that prostitution is wrong, except for this network getting to be the pimp and making money off of it.
No, go ahead and say that. Nobody's going to care. I mean, people will care. They'll watch it and maybe get your point. But, people do that every single day. Whatever network you're talking about, you're covered because they're a public figure. They have brought this down on themselves. So, yeah, I think you're going to be just fine. I see your point of slander and things like that. But, no, I don't think you have a problem going with something as much as a TV network that is a public figure and has brought down this kind of attention on themselves and puts, I'm guessing they put on these Entertainment Tonight type shows as well. They're open to this stuff. So I think you're covered, Valerie. So rant away and feel good about it. Thanks for the call.
800-252-1025. Call that number now if you've got a question for Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Cindy in Seattle, you are on with Danny.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey there.
What's up?
Well, question for you as to how to handle an awkward situation.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. I have a situation with a mother-in-law that I believe is overstepping her bounds.
That's almost always a mother-in-law's job. That's what they do. They tell you how to raise your kids. They tell you how to clean your house. They tell you how to cook your meals. Am I hitting close to home on this stuff?
Okay, wait a minute. I don't think I do that, but regardless, this is my daughter's mother-in-law.
Right.
And this has been coming along for a couple of years, and now it's time for my daughter's first baby, which happens to be my first grandchild.
Right.
And I would love, of course, to be with my daughter at that time and, take care of her as always.
Right. I'm with you.
Although the mother-in-law has already made reservations for that time and will be staying at my daughter's house for an extended period during that time.
Well, doesn't this seem a little bit like your daughter's territory? That your daughter needs to say something? Like, my mom needs to be here at this time?
I do. And I've mentioned that to her, and she's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Tell this woman don't come?
You know what? I think you can, because let's not offend the other mother-in-law, for God's sakes. You are going to, you've both had kids, obviously. You're going to realize the value of the other mother-in-law when you need somebody to help you with the kids and you're going somewhere and there's something else to do. The fact that she's got two ladies willing to help her is the best news ever. So I would go out of your way not to offend this other woman as long as she's staying within the parameters of good taste, if you will. Now, having said that, I think your daughter needs to make room for you automatically because you're a good mom. Your daughter has a good relationship with you, doesn't she?
Yes.
All right, I think it's very easy to say, you know what, I'm not seeing enough of my mother. I love you and all the help you've been, and please come back next week. We'll do another week, whatever it is to say. I think she can do this without offending the other woman, and I need to see more of my mom during this time. I appreciate your help, but my mom's going to be here next week. And you know what, and maybe you can also make time for family when she's going out and stuff. Make time for family where both of you can be there, although now that I think about that, I don't like the sound of it. But yeah, to say my mom needs to be here too, I need to see my mom at this moment too. Thank you so much for what you're doing, and I think everybody's going to get along because I don't think your daughter is getting upset about this as you are. This is a you thing. So I think everybody needs to play well together, and you need to tell your daughter, hey, you need to make room for me on this.
Yeah, how could she not understand? Imagine if Amy was pregnant and your mom moved in instead of her mom.
Yeah, no, that would be that would be horrible.
So good advice. Cindy's daughter needs to talk to.
I got another game we can play. Imagine if Amy has a baby. That'd be weird. No, I'd do it. We were talking about this. I'll have a baby with you, honey, right away. I'll get you pregnant today after the show.
No, it's actually not how that works, Danny. You have
thank you very much for the call, but that's right. Your daughter just has to tell the other mother-in-law without hurting her feelings because you're going to need her. Hey, I need to see my mom this week. There you go. Answer these problems.
Becky in Seattle is the next caller for Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
Hey, Becky.
Hey.
What's up?
I recently received some hate mail that was very inflammatory of my character. It was anonymous, and I believe it's from a family member.
Well, my first thought it's from a coward. That's who it's from. And everybody knows that. An anonymous hate mail, that's from a coward.
Yep. So how do I digest this and what should be my point, I guess? I don't know how to...
The first thing I would tell you to do on this is ignore it. You're not going to get... Nothing good is ever going to come of this. But having said that, ignore this. there's another thing you can do is make it clear at some time or another, hey, I just got this weird hate mail. It's kind of funny. You want to read it and pass it around a little bit. Let her know that this has no significance to me. This is nothing. And then, of course, you get to say, and you're going to know that lady or boy is in the room. You know who this is. You know, the person you think it is, it is. You're right. People fail to know that all the time. When you get those funny feelings, you're almost always right. You know exactly who this is. And then you get to say this. First, you get to say, look at this. I got it. It's crazy. What a lunatic this person is. But it's kind of funny, though. Here, read this, Steve. And then Steve can hand it back to you and go, God, what a coward this person is. If I know this person, what a coward. And you have to say that everybody else, by the way, everybody super close to you is also going to know exactly who this is. So you need to have a good laugh at her expense and then move along. Thank you I appreciate your phone call very much there, Becky.
I always tell you guys when I read my hate mail to you.
I was going to say, you get anonymous hate mail.
You know it's us?
And
Damn.
I always think it's Will.
She's on to us, Will. How's it spelled?
How's what spelled?
Is it spelled well? Then it's not Will.
No, actually, it's not spelled well.
That's Will.
I have a college degree, thank you very much.
In what? Hate letter writing?
Linda in Monroe, you're on with
Who
Danny.
can read now?
Hello, Danny.
That was pretty funny.
Hi there, Linda.
Hey, I have a problem. I've got a 51-year-old brother who's living in my house that I inherited from my parents. And part of the will was I inherit the house.
Right.
And I pay him for half of what it was worth.
Okay. Do you have the money?
I did that.
Do you have the money?
He ended up getting like $150,000.
Nice. All right, so decent payday for the brother.
And I paid him off in cash. Now, the problem that I have is he also inherited half the property. We had 32 acres.
Right.
And what he did is now he has spent all of his money, and I've asked him to please move out of this house. He's lived there for 4 years free. And I finally want to rent this house, and he says, I'm not moving. And I feel bad because he has spent all his money, and he has no place to go. But I don't know what to do.
Well, I got a question for you. Which is it? Do you want him to go more than you feel bad for him, or do you feel bad for him more than you want him to go? Because if you feel bad for him for more than you want him to go, he's going to stay in that house forever. And if you don't, then I want you to start packing up his furniture to put in storage so you can rent this house out. And then also a great situation, what to do, if anybody else is having any kind of situation, even remotely closest, deadlines are great. Listen, Bob, I need you. I'm renting the house out. I'm going to need you out. Give everybody 2 weeks on this. But when I say play hard, I don't mean to be mean or anything like that. I just mean don't say you're going to rent the house anymore. Rent the house. Box the furniture up like that when he goes, well, it doesn't work. This is one of the reasons you and I don't like him that much. Box the furniture up and let him know you're going to rent it out in 3 weeks. Deadlines are the answer. And boundaries are also the answer. You need to stand firm with this guy. Your brother, you love him. That's why you let him in the house. But it is time for a 51-year-old man to go. And you should feel good about yourself when you tell him that. Hey, thank you very much for the call, Linda. And thank everybody out there for the calls and the emails. That was Danny Bonaduce, life coach, and it was brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.